supreme victory.
So I want to start this video off with one of my favorite quotes. Returning violence for violence multiplies violence, adding deeper darkness to a night already devoid of stars. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. I'm sure many of you have heard that quote by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and I think it's something that resonates with me, and every time I hear it, it just feels good. And I bring this up because I feel like when it comes to Boogie2988, this is something that he tries to do. He actively tries to do. He actively tries to love everyone. He tries to get along with everybody. I mean, just when you watch his videos, when he signs off, he says like he loves you very much and he'll speak with you again soon. And it's just so endearing. And it's pretty crazy that recently he's been getting a lot of hate for some opinions he's had recently on the H3 podcast.
I've always believed in boiling the frog, right? Like, I've always believed, hey, we should have same-sex marriage. I love same-sex marriage. Let's do it. But the problem is, we try to get it done right now, there's going to be a huge backlash, okay? So let's try to do it in 20 years, in 10 years, and let's see if we can avoid the backlash, right? Let's just like slowly, methodically change minds. I've always been a big fan of slowly, methodically changing minds because I don't like it when gay people get killed. I don't like it when somebody gets murdered for being gay. So let's not rile up the fucking crazies, okay? Let's just go slow and easy.
So why call myself a centrist? And I even make these meme shirts of a radical centrist to kind of, poke at people. But Boogie's the actual centrist here. And what he's trying to do is avoid violence. One thing that he's worried about, he doesn't want anything like Charlottesville to ever happen again, for people getting killed over their political ideals. So maybe we could find a way to work together. Maybe we could slowly implement things over a few years. Just an idea. Not even the most extreme idea. A very milquetoast idea when you really think about it. It's just, okay, yeah, I've heard that before. I've heard people say, maybe we should try to slowly work things in. Sometimes things like that happen naturally. But because of this newfound left, this radical left, this fringe left, this regressive left, what I like to call them nowadays, the fake news left, because these people aren't liberals. They're not liberals. They're not the people I grew up with. They're not people that, I live in California and I'm surrounded by a lot of liberals, and they're not screaming about everything. They don't fucking hate everyone. They can literally talk to people on the opposite side and they can be like, I don't like those ideas. Maybe we should talk about it. They're not those people. I don't know what the fuck's happening anymore, but these people are attacking Boogie for those ideals, just saying, hey, like an example with gay marriage, how things kind of got slowly implemented or whatnot. So, the people, the bigots on the far right, don't try to get crazy and try to march out and kill people or whatever the fuck happens. He's trying to avoid a catastrophe like that, and now people are accusing him of sympathizing with Nazis. Just being all spooky and shit, trying to be like, how dare you even see these people as human beings at all? That's essentially what this fake news left is accusing Boogie of, just sympathizing with these people. And it's like, no, he doesn't like bigots. He doesn't like bigots at all. But the thing is, and he said before, he can talk to anyone, he can try to understand people, and maybe from that people can be more towards the center. Maybe people will understand things more and not be so hateful. That would be in his best interest. Or if people were more even on the fake news left, more, or just that fringe hateful right, and just came more to the center and talked and understood each other, and maybe there wouldn't be so much hate going on. But no, he was just getting tons of hate on Twitter. Tons of hate from people that obviously don't know him. Tons of hate from people that do know him, prominent YouTubers, people that are just really champion on the left and love to just take political jabs and get all that nice liberal clout. And it got to the point where he got so stressed out, his suicidal tendencies started to kick in, and he broke down on one of his streams. And out of courtesy, I don't want to show it because there's no point to really just try to kick a person when they're down. And I have to say this, I actually felt a little bit bad because with a lot of hate and a lot of stuff that he's been dealing with his entire life, I thought that he would have been able to handle the stuff that's been coming his way. And I say that because we recently took a picture at VidCon because there were people that they accused Bunty and myself of being white supremacists. Yes, the fake news liberals will accuse Bunty King and myself of being Nazi sympathizers or white supremacists because nowadays you don't have to be white to be a white supremacist. Anyone can be a white supremacist, just like anything could be anyone they want. Just how everything's getting tricky nowadays. Things are just getting a little bit more into fantasy land. And so we thought it would be funny to take a picture together and say something like, oh, Boogie's hanging out with his favorite white supremacist. So there was a little bit of a backlash and people were taking it out of context, saying stuff like, oh, he has black friends, so all criticism is invalid, when it wasn't about that at all. But it shows you where these people are coming from. They're coming from a place of malice and hate, and they just post this and thinks that this is supposed to be some type of shield, when it wasn't that at all. It was just taking a jab at some idiots that think me and Punty are somehow white supremacists. It's funny. He thought it was funny too, but then obviously the people that are being fucking mean-spirited were getting to him as well, so like indirectly I was contributing to some of the hate that was coming his way. And if I thought that, you know, he wouldn't have been able to take any of that shit, I wouldn't have posted that at all, or wouldn't have had that idea at all. I would have just been like, whatever, it doesn't matter, because it's supposed to be all in good fun. Like, in my opinion, I don't give a fuck about these fake news liberals. I don't care about them, because they're not genuine people. They're just angry. I don't know if they want genuine change, because once things are perfect, they'll still find something to complain about. It's like Anita Sarkeesian, for example. Anita Sarkeesian, a con artist, fucking terrible person. People that are friends with her have said, yeah, she's an absolutely terrible person and just uses everybody. And so, yeah, these are the type of people that they're congregating with. Just a bunch of shitty people that just want political gain and don't actually care about people's well-being, because people that know Boogie, that know he has high anxiety, that know he's been suicidal, that know he's had a very rough life, are just shitting all over him. And they don't care about his well-being. They don't care if he dies. They're like, no, you know, for this milquetoast opinion, I think you should die. I think you're a piece of shit. You should probably kill yourself. How dare you? You're a transphobe. You're a bigot. You're everything. You're racist because you want to somehow get along with everyone. Now I want to just give you guys an example why this is happening to Boogie. Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Civility is a tool of white supremacy. Okay, cool. Bye. This has 18.5 thousand likes and over 3,000 retweets. Quote, be nicer to Republicans and they won't take away your rights, end quote, is such a victim-blamey bullshit. They don't hate us because we're mean. They hate us because of who we are. Race, gender, sexual orientation, etc. And being nice to them won't change that. If you're civil, you're being complicit, to be honest. And these are prominent members of their communities. These aren't just random people with 2 followers just spewing bullshit. These people are being retweeted a bunch. They're being listened to. They're saying, don't be civil. Be angry. Be combative. Which is fucking ludicrous. That is so crazy that people that are repping liberal values are telling you to be angry and hate people. It's like, hey, it's not enough that these people on the right are hating you. We need to hate them back. And yes, there's always going to be some opposition. There's always going to be shitty people that don't want to grow on both sides. There's always going to be conservatives that do hate liberals for their ideals, or they don't like transgenders or whatever the fuck. But we've come a long way. We really have. If you just look at the climate, if you look at somebody like Blair White, who reps conservatism and is wildly and massively accepted in the community, there's always a little bit of people that are like, ew, this is gross. But most people are like, hey, she's a nice person. I like her. She stands for what I stand for. That's fucking cool. And you know what? She can talk to and have liberal friends as well. That's pretty fucking awesome. I think that's where we should be coming. And the thing is, that's where Boogie is, and that's where somebody also like Lacey Green has been kind of dabbling around too. It's one of the reasons why she got ostracized from her community, because, oh, she's not only in this echo chamber anymore. Sorry, Lacey, you know, we can't fuck with you anymore because you want to talk and be nice with people. You want to understand people. You want to build bridges. So we have to just completely be void of you. You're a piece of shit now. You're a scumbag. These fake news liberals don't get it at all. Either they don't realize how shitty they're being, or they think being shitty is a good thing. Either way is complete trash. And that's one of the reasons why there's been such a counter, why there's been such a push against their ideals. I mean, channels like mine and other people would not exist if these dumb fucking talking points weren't being shoved down our throats. It started with something like video games and Gamergate, where all I wanted to do was just play video games. A very cliche thing to say, but it's very true. I would have just been playing video games. I would have tried to become a mainstream gamer and a streamer. That was my original goal. It wasn't to shout down these people and telling everybody to get along and trying to make a lot of comedic videos just so people can feel better, so they don't feel so goddamn angry every day at all the shit that they have to sift through. Because it's trash. being angry and being bitter towards people is trash. It's bad for you, and it's gonna make you live a shorter life. And hell, somebody like Boogie absolutely does not deserve any of that shit for having such a mundane opinion. You know, whether you agree or disagree, it really is not a fucking big deal. It's not like he's calling for blood. It's not like he's calling for violence. It's not like he's being hateful. I mean, how are you gonna be that shitty towards somebody that is just trying to get along with everybody? It really says a lot about your character. But that's it. This video has gotten pretty long, and I just want to give a big shout out to Boogie for being a genuine person, for even giving me motivation as far as health goes, the motivation to be a nicer person. I swear to you, when I watch his videos, I always feel good when I leave them, especially when it comes to his sign-off. It is so wholesome and it is so heartwarming, and it's just like, it's fucking a shame that people would want to give this guy any shit whatsoever.
Guys, thanks for watching. I love you very much. I'll speak with you again soon.